Hey everybody, it is Wednesday night before the beginning of the full NCAA tournament. I'm at Tennis Channel waiting to go live for TC Live. Got a couple more tennis matches to finish before that happens, so I got a little bit of time here. Figured I'd drop one of these in first on Carolina after they easily handled San Diego State last night. Obviously, a lot of people saying they probably shouldn't be in, but as I was saying last week, I thought they had a chance to make a run, and certainly feel like they can make a run now, especially since they're playing Ole Miss, and they are favored in that game against Ole Miss on Friday. So, always thought they were a good team. Obviously, a fearful respect for them all season long, but the resume just, according to a lot of people, I probably agree with a lot of people, probably wasn't up to snuff to make the tournament versus a lot of the teams that they were contending against, but they made it, and I think they're got a good chance to make a lot of noise now that they are in. Also, kind of a position where kind of we'll see if I'm rooting for them or not over Ole Miss. Anyway, but yeah, they played really well against San Diego State. Caught the score on my drive home, and they were up by almost 30 at the half and won by nearly 30 if it wasn't for a late three from San Diego State. As for Duke, pulled it out against Carolina in the conference tournament thanks to sort of thanks to a lane violation, which I've never seen a game in that way, and then took care of business against Louisville. Flagless. Hope to have him back, if not for the game against Mount St. Mary's, and hopefully for the game against either Mississippi State or Baylor, which I'm both looking forward to and not looking forward to because that's a scary matchup against one of those two squads, either former Blue Devil Jeremy Roach, who plays for Baylor, or a very athletic, kind of an odd team, messy team in Mississippi State that plays an unconventional style, very physical style. We'll see how that matchup plays out. Assuming if Duke gets past Mount St. Mary's, who just defeated American tonight. So Duke plays at, I think it's 11:40 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. So moving on to what I did this past weekend, calling the NCAA Tournament Division II for the women. Cal State Dominguez Hills winning the West region, advancing to the Elite Eight. Heck of a season for them. Only one loss still on the season. Asia Jordan, most outstanding player, phenomenal player for the Toros, a senior. Really came through against Alaska Anchorage on Saturday. Toros were up by as many as 18. Anchorage came back to the lead by 5. And then the Toros had to come back. They were down by 5 with about 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And Asia Jordan had to spark the comeback. Her and Christina Jones helped them come back against Alaska. And then Dominguez Hills controlled the game against Central Washington to win the West region, advance to Elite Eight. While they were cutting down the nets, we're like, hey, how are men doing down in Point Loma? Turn on that game. It's coming down the stretch. 31 seconds to go. The men are up 1. They score a layup by Adam Afifi to go up 3. Point Loma calls timeout, shoots a 3 with 8 seconds to go. They miss. Dominguez Hills gets the rebound, gets fouled. Miss both free throws. Point Loma with a heave at the buzzer. They miss. Dominguez Hills men win the West region as well, so they move on to the Elite Eight as well. So the Dominguez Hills women will be playing in Pittsburgh in the Elite Eight. That'll be on ESPN Plus. The Dominguez Hills men will be playing in Elite Eight as well. That is in Evansville, Indiana. That will be on ESPN Plus. So super excited for both head coach John Bonner with the women and head coach Steve Becker with the men. And again, as I've posted on Insta and Facebook, a real privilege to be able to see both of them play this season. Steve Becker, a very accomplished upperclassman, and good to see those guys getting to play in the Elite Eight and like the ultimate level of competition at the Division II level once they go to Evansville. And again, a very talented squad on the women's side. and get to show out in Pittsburgh as the Toros and how they play and just their kind of unique style. Especially Nala Williams is, they'll get to show out on ESPN Plus. That's gonna be really cool. And the championship game will be televised as well. So that's gonna be really cool. Hoping maybe to get up there and maybe try to call if one of those two teams or both of them make it to the championship. We'll see. On to commercials in the NCAA tournament. You're going to see a lot of Capital One commercials in the NCAA tournament. You're going to get sick of them. I'm already kind of sick of them. But it is a lot better to the alternative because at least you don't have to tell your 4-year-old to turn around and not look at the TV because a terrifying commercial is coming on. I had to do that multiple times during the ACC tournament when the Assassin's Creed commercial would come on or the Novocaine commercial would come on, which, by the way, looks like a terrible movie with a terrible tagline. We'll get to that. I mean, promise you I will not see that. Was Steve Kane, he can't feel pain or whatever it is. It looks like not good. But would have to tell Cameron, hey, don't look at the TV, change the channel, all that kind of stuff. Every time that commercial come on in the middle of a basketball game, can we just kind of put a moratorium on showing those kind of commercials during basketball games? Can we show those any other time? There's so many other companies that can have commercials on during games. Can we just have a regular State Farm or Capital One or whatever other kind of commercial, Coke commercial or whatever else during those games, not, violent movie commercials during those games. Anyway. Small conference tournaments. Love it when they are in neutral sites. I believe the SoCon was in Johnson City, Tennessee. I believe that's where High Point was. Or the Big South. I might have these flipped. And the other was in Asheville. Big South and SoCon. One was in Johnson City, Tennessee. One was in Asheville. And then the Colonial was in a 4,200-seat arena in Washington, D.C. I love it when the small conferences play their conference tournaments in neutral sites in kind of mid-size cities, small cities in America. I think it's really cool to kind of show those kind of small arenas that are all over America that and those schools can kind of show out in those kind of places instead of having them on the home courts of the one seed or what have you, even though that's what Dominguez Hills was. The situation was with Dominguez Hills, but I think it's cool to have it in a neutral site tournament. It just feels like it's a bigger situation for those schools to me. Yeah. I mean, you can let me know how you feel, but to me, it just feels kind of like another home game when it's like that. As far as the bracket goes, it was released Sunday. I usually make a few brackets. I got 2 filled out right now. Give me 1 second here. Let me get this queued up. I got 2 brackets filled out. I have one very chalky one where I have all 1 seeds. Obviously, Duke winning it all. I can't make one. If Duke has a legitimate chance at winning it, I can't make one that doesn't have Duke winning it all. Let me check that one. Let's see. In that one, I have Duke over Florida to win it all. Again, all 1 seeds in the final 4 in that one. And then in the other one, which I feel like is kind of my more legit one, I have Michigan State, St. John's, Duke, and Gonzaga in the final 4. Michigan State over St. John's, Duke over Gonzaga, and then obviously Duke over Michigan State in the championship game in a lower scoring game than what I feel like Duke versus Florida would be. So that is my bracket picks as it stands right now. And then now, finally, 1 second. Yeah, there you go. I'll be at LMU baseball this weekend on ESPN Plus. as they play. One second. They play University of San Diego. Torero's coming to town. Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be all on ESPN Plus. So we'll have one eye on the tournament, one eye on LMU baseball this weekend. So tune in for that. Have fun watching the tournament. It'll be the first thing on in the morning when I wake up. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. And look forward to seeing you again when the Sweet 16 is set after this weekend's action. All right. Have a good weekend, guys.